Yo, so we went to downtown Fullerton a few years ago. You know, we was doing our thug thizzle. I'm in my prime, mid-20s. Your boy about to pull something tonight. Hey, Mikey, yo, let's go. I just left, oh God, where was it? It was one of these trap shops over here on Sorensen. I got 10 grams in one of those little tall boys. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they used to give you those long ones.
Yeah. So we pre-gamed a little bit, left, and we didn't bring nothing crazy in the car with us, but we did have our weed. We had rolled a couple joints, and I had that little 10 grams, and I had everything in like a little weed case, kind of like that case that you carry.
Yeah.
So we pull up. They have a parking structure nearby. You know downtown Fullerton, that little spot where everybody parks. And I had my whole little stoner kit with me. You know, we ready to party.
You want a sesh.
Yo, I had it all. What you need? A little hash, some wax. Dude, this is like some darker trap shit, you know, back in the day. They didn't have the purity of casual stuff or that little 710 water hash, super lit. Nah.
You're getting your shit. It was a straight, like either like a slab or just these little jars, right? These little things for like wax.
Yeah. So I was rocking with those. And I had a few of those tropical fusion swishers. Those are my favorite flavor. And we pull up. Hey, yo, we get there right when like the club's open. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. We're waiting for it to get a little dark. Yo, let's have a little hot box sesh. We're only in the car maybe 5 minutes when, whoop, whoop, guess who pulls up behind us? The popos.
Popos are here.
Yeah. So today, on today's episode, we're going to talk cannabis and cops. The rules have changed a lot since then, you know?
Yeah.
But cops are still cops, you feel me?
True.
And especially in the wake of this whole George Floyd trial kind of punching the whole nation in the gut, I think now is the perfect time to kind of examine our relationship with the police, especially as stoners in this new age. So, before we do that, you know we got to shout out all of our listeners in Ireland, Mexico, and Canada.
Shoutouts to them.
That's the trifecta, the holy trinity of international love that shows us to the out smoking, you know?
That's right.
Thank you guys for listening. We do it for you. This is powered by the Green Grinders Club. Easily the dopest accessories brand on the West Coast. Ha.
What'd you do?
What do you mean what did I do? I put the fucking blunt out, dog. Yo, Michael, they're here, you know? Put the shit out. It's my car, so we I roll down the window, a little bit of smoke comes out.
like the ching ching chong.
Low key.
Just like
scared out of my fucking brains, you know. How you doing, officer? We watched you guys pull in, and we knew something was up when you didn't get out of your car for 10 minutes. So we just want to check in and see if everything was okay. Yeah, everything's straight.
More than straight, besides the fact that you're scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah. It smells like marijuana in there. Are you boys smoking?
No.
I need you to get out of the car.
It just smells like weed.
Nah. Yo, I coughed up the whole shit. Yo, I gave him the 10 grams. We're shaking out of our boots. You know, like, I'm ready. I came to pick up some tail. I didn't come to be in the tail of a fucking cop car, you know?
Yeah.
And long story short, he writes us a ticket and makes us stomp out the 10 grams right there on the spot. Like, he doesn't take it with us. He's like, yo, here, just step on it right here. Like, what? Like, it's like psychological abuse, low-key, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, I want you to...
This is bad for you.
Yeah. You guys, your parents don't let you do this at home or what? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, we're out here having... You know, it's Friday night. Why the fuck are we here? You know, why are we here?
Yeah.
We're paying your fucking taxes, you know? But I don't... Sorry, you can tell I'm getting a little worked up on it because I don't like being harassed for something as harmless as pot, you know?
Yeah.
And knowing... Talking to the cops is a high-stakes game, you know? Like, you say the wrong thing and this person's on a power trip and he could take you away from your family for however long he wants to,
True.
You know?
Yeah.
When you're in situations with no control, it's hard to do much, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember that being really, really frustrating to me in my burgeoning stoner days because, yo, we didn't mean no harm. We we were just smoking a little bit, then we were going to go to the club and have a good time. And to be harassed like that, to be... I don't know. Yeah.
I feel. I don't think I've ever had any experience like that where I'm like, damn, I feel like I really started smoking later on in my fucking life to the point where it was already like not normal, but people were a little bit more okay with it.
Yeah.
At the same time though, like when I first started smoking and like the first few times I did it like in high school, I was like, we would go smoke by the beach, and I always felt like weirded out by like smoking around other people.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, we're gonna get fucking pulled up by some cops. Luckily, nothing like that ever happened, so I never really worried about it. And then by the time I was able to buy my own shit, like from a shop, like it was okay, you know. And I don't think I've ever really worried too much.
Yeah.
And now, as I get older, I guess I smoke like at home more than I do, or
out
like
and
in
about.
in my car. Like, yo, let me hotbox my car. Now I'll step outside and just smoke on the fucking sidewalk.
And you brought up a really great point. I never really thought about it that way. Where when I was younger, I was a lot more prone to be out and about and doing my business out in other people's areas, you know, in places that were not like my safety zone or places where I'm comfortable, you know, and I guess you invite conflict when, but I don't even like saying that. Nah, that sounds like a fucking pussy way out, because you should be able to still do you.
Well, I feel like now, yo, tell me you won't just smoke on the side of a sidewalk. I mean, we were over here taking shots, and we were smoking.
Yeah.
You see some older white dude passing by, you expect for him to kind of say something, or you to be like weirded out at the other times, you know, like back in the day. Now I was like, yo,
it's been very normalized.
Yeah.
But that's only really true here in Southern California, and I would hate to take this mentality and go somewhere else and have to deal with their cops, because the plant hasn't changed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Nothing about my habit or the enjoyment or the amount of harm that I'm doing to the community has changed. Only the perception and how I'm going to be treated.
I'm going to sound all touristy and shit. They're going to be like, this motherfucker is from California.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean, bro? I smoke this shit all the time at home.
Like duh. Like this is just like a plant, you know what I mean? Like,
look at my Instagram, bro. Like, hold up.
Yeah.
Look at my social media.
I'm gonna fucking put my heaviest California accent on and just like, yo, hope that they just get, yo.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh. And then they're gonna be like, what the fuck? He's not from around here.
Exactly.
Let me give you a little fucking... Either they're gonna make an example out of me and say, nah, motherfucker, you're going in jail for fucking few days because this shit's illegal here.
It's California tobacco, okay? It's tobacco grown in the Mendocino County area. What can I say?
Look at their website.
check it out. Humboldt Family Farms.
Yeah, but that's... I find it fascinating the fact that they made you like stomp it out right here. It's like little kid shit. It's like, yo,
stupid little kid shit. Yeah.
That's funny.
You ever have remember you were a kid and they had like Deputy Dog or something come to your school and say, hey, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. And like,
it was like Dare.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And wasn't there like, I feel like I remember a police officer coming to my school and telling me that if I did drugs, I would be a criminal. You know what I mean?
Very true. And, bro, but that was the first time I was ever introduced to drugs. Like,
yeah, honestly, I never even thought about it that way. Yeah.
Shit. I'm dead serious. Like, if I would have seen, like, the plant, like, if you see weed, like, growing up and you've never seen this shit in commercials, you've never seen it, you don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything with it, but they're the ones that introduce you into, like, it looks like a joint, it looks like this. Now your fucking mind is wondering at second grade and shit, third grade, like, what the fuck, like, how do you do this? Like, how do you smoke this, you know?
And even more so than that, I think by associating criminality with it that early, when you finally get enough knowledge to realize that, hey, yo, this is not what you make it out to be, it makes me want to throw out the whole baby with the bathwater, because now I don't trust the source that told me, hey, yo, you are a bad person for doing this.
And so when they're teaching our kids this shit, I'm like, yo, fuck this. Like, you don't need to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit at this point.
Yeah.
Yo, that's wild.
It's super wild.
So do you know, like the school you went to, like, growing up, like, in middle school, whatever?
Yeah.
Like, was there any kids who, like, smoked, even, like, middle school or...
Middle school,
because, yo, like, in my school, like, there was a kid once in 6th grade, bro, like, he was so high out of his mind, bro. He was in 6th grade. Like, high. I'm talking about he was so high.
That's not cool, man.
He couldn't,
cool
like, sit there, you know? The teacher noticed, they called the cops and whatnot, and I never saw him after that.
Yeah, that's low-key like some child abuse kind of shit.
That
like,
probably is, yeah.
Why is your 6th grader fucking...
smoking weed?
Yeah, and why do they have access to that kind of stuff? Yo, if they're smoking weed, dude, they're probably drinking. All this is like the first level of, like, I think they're doing all the stuff that 18-year-olds can do. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And we have that first level of restriction for a reason. So if how old are you when you're in the 6th grade? That breaks my heart, man. What's that, 9 years old? Like 9, 10 years old? Fuck, homie's blown out of his mind. Like, yeah, that's problematic, bro.
And I think because of that moment, I remember like the classroom that I was in and the teacher that I had. And I hated this bitch, you know.
Yeah.
But it was whatever. But it makes me remember the moment because of that.
Yeah. How tight a negative experience it was.
And at that point, it was like, fuck, like, damn, like, smoking might be bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess that's why I didn't smoke till, like, later on, because it was always like, yo, this is bad for you. And until I fucking started smoking, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is relaxing. Like, it's a different mindset.
But to be fair, though, now that we've gotten a little bit older, I think we were touching on this, too, it's almost as if we are getting back towards the other end, where moderation is starting to find a little bit more peace too. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like, yo,
you don't need to smoke every day.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a balance. There's a balance for sure, and I think there's also balance to be found between the relationship and the tension between cops and cannabis users, because since 2018, it has been legal here in Southern California, but that's not to say that it's legal all around the country, and different places have different levels of social acceptability too, you know, so I think it's really important to keep that in mind. And yeah, I mean, be respectful, but also stand for what you believe in. Like, if you really think that this stuff is helping you and it's helping you find clarity, relieving your anxiety, or you're having fun with it and you're not hurting nobody, don't let nobody fucking rob you of that. And that's my little 2 cents.
It's like having a beer. I'm chilling.
Ditto, yeah.
It's better.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. This was Elijah, the digital budtender.
This is your co-host Meyer.
And you've been listening to Outsmoking, the world's most potent podcast.
Bye now.